Alright, it's time for a Nocturne game. Nocturne in the preseason is quite strong at this champion. I mean, they clear speed boss with a pet and stuff, added very consistent early game for Nocturne now, which is really good. Definitely not bad at all. Overall, Nocturne doesn't have any issues clearing, of course, and the scaling on this champion is really good. So, well, with certain builds, I suppose. But yeah, I'll show you the best build, in my opinion, this game. And I'll explain why as well in a bit. The elo of this game is like mid-platinum, so like plat 3-ish, that area, so you are aware. And yeah, I'll be facing off against an Evelynn here, which is a pretty comfy matchup for Nocturne, especially like with ult being able to counter gank a lot more effectively against that champion. So that's quite good. 1v1s should be in my advantage as well, especially if I use my spell shield correctly on something. And yeah, I'm gonna clear towards top here, see if I can like get an early kill on Teemo, because Teemo's most likely gonna push out that wave due to range advantage on top against... Actually, Rumble is... Okay, I thought it was Rumble top. But yeah, I mean, against Cho'Gath the same thing applies, I suppose. I can get a fear on Teemo, so I can get a knock up on that, and it's just an easy cleanup. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, really. Alright, so for the build, people have been watching me more often, I guess, if this is not your first video of me, I guess. Know my Nocturne build with the Bladed Rune King Rush Kraken Slayer setup, which is very strong. Now, I've tested Hydra in multiple different ways, picking it up first, picking it up instead of like another item, instead of like Bladed Rune King and all that. You know, I tried a bunch of things, but I really came down to it, like you can pick the Hydra in a situation like when the enemy team is full squish like this, like you can rush a Hydra and it would be okay. But for the most part, like that's only gonna be really good if you are doing it in situations where you dive into like 2 people, 3 people a lot. And that is realistically not what you want to be doing on Nocturne anyway. So the Bladed Rune King makes a lot more sense still. It can be built later into a build, like a 3rd item, 4th, 5th, whatever. You can build it there to just have the sustain from it, have the snowballing from it and all that, which would be good. Because against a team like this, I do not need a cleaver, right? Like the black cleaver is useless. I don't need any armor penetration. So against a team like this, I can like pick that up and use it still. So that would be the thing. Okay, right here I should have done Gromp first. I am a little bit too distracted explaining it. But yeah, Bladed Rune King Rush is still the best way to go in my opinion if you're gonna go for like the build I use. So you Bladed Rune King Kraken Slayer it up. Ooh, she went for an early play on mid, which is gonna cost her a ton of tempo. Let's see if I can run top. I don't think he's warded yet, so this should be good. I just did get spotted though. That kind of sucks. It is warded. Okay, fine. I probably can just invade the Evelynn. This guy's gonna die. I forced his flash. I guess I'll take it as a trade. Tap the bush. I guess I can walk this way. I think I can go very aggressive. Okay, well, I'm a bit of an issue situation here. Because my Cho'Gath is not on a good angle right now. Suppose I can just pick this up. Teemo flashed as well earlier, so I guess, I mean, it's fine. Pick up her Raptors here. Her early type of aggression didn't really pay off for her too much, but she did take an unexpected path there, I think. Thought she was just going to be clearing her camps, really. I'll pick up Double Scuttle here as well. I had room to go aggressive there because of the Evelynn's choices. Doesn't really matter. All I care about right now is just enough pressure for me to just walk the Bot Scuttle. Why did I get stopped there? Still have Smite here, so I mean, realistically, everyone's never going to get this. Use Smite there. This guy's now dead. That should hit. Because that hit, I can just flash after him, use my thing, because I don't think he has flash anymore, since that was pinged out earlier. And I can clean him up. Not bad. Knowing that he didn't have flash there is the reason I could make that play happen. Our Rumble gets the entire mid wave there as well, so he should be in a pretty good spot. Hopefully Evelynn doesn't get a kill here. Very clean return kill there from Caitlyn. Extremely well done. We take those. Good stuff. Okay. There's a very good chance Eve goes for that. I think if I was the Eve, I'd probably look for something if I had flash. But she's going red smite. That's not a good smite choice whatsoever. Blue smite is miles better. Maybe green, but red. Ooh. Especially on Eve. Like, the smite's already bad. Like, red smite's not good at all compared to the other two. Anyway. Get my CDR boots. This is pretty much first recall. You always want to get these if you can, because the early ability haste on that is amazing. And then here we just pick up a recurve bow, because we're still building into the Blade of the Rune King first. It is just simply a matter of Nocturne excels at looking for 1v1s, beating people in 1v1s, picking people off on the side, and because of that, the single target damage you gain from running Blade of the Rune King first, alongside lethal tempo, don't even have to go lethal tempo, but it's just way too high not to go for, if that makes sense. Right, I'm almost 6 here, which should allow me to hopefully go for a nice bot ult. I don't currently want to do the dragon because I need to wait for my cooldown on my smite. I'm doing red and then I'll walk bot lane here, see if something's up. But the problem for Nocturne now, at the moment, like in a couple days this will be fixed, but as of right now, the experience on jungle is not in a good state. It's going to get buffed, it's going to get changed, it's like pretty much just bugged. That's what Riot said. So because of that, like we can just assume the XP is going to get better, and because Nocturne is a champ that needs the experience, this is quite a relevant situation to realize. We definitely want a dragon here. You can block an auto attack from dragon with your W to get the attack speed in double. You block something, your attack speed passive from this gets doubled, so it's 60% instead of 30 here. Obviously that scales up with levels, but you max it last, so you know. I don't know about this. It seems a little sketch. Seems like a really sketchy dive, especially with that Bard ult wasted, so we can't use it on turret anymore. Okay. All I needed. I do not want to risk a death here. I do not care. Oh god. Okay, I mean, do not risk it. It's not worth it. It's simply just not worth risking. I mean, I don't know how the like enemy Vayne didn't die fast enough there. That was a little bit crazy, but definitely gave Evelyn enough time to respond to that. Yeah, he flashed. That's fine. Silas flashed down. Ugh. Damn. That sucks. He's kinda trolling a little bit there. I'm very surprised the Vayne was able to stay alive for that long. I needed to burst out one of them. I chose to get 0, but Eve is definitely around there somewhere. I definitely just want to take a red when I have the chance. My top side is up. Scout this real quick. Okay. I will go kill Teemo, for sure. Just give me like 12 seconds, my guy. I'll do blue into Teemo gank. I mean, at least I can't lose dragon, which is good. He was probably throwing shrooms down / warding, so I might as well do Gromp right now. My Caitlyn has finished her Kraken Slayer, that's huge.
Also, another thing, 65% of people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed. If you are one of those people, consider subscribing, checking if you're subscribed, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.
Ah, man, God, the blind is annoying. I'm gonna die. Okay, no, I got a level up because he died. That's good. The blind, I should have blocked it. That was on me. Oh. I got worried for a second. Use my sweeping trinket. Be smart about it. Okay, good. And I mean, the dive on bot lane still put the enemy bot lane in a much worse position. My Caitlyn is doing well now, so that's very, very good to see. Got the kill on Teemo, so we're happy about that as well. Ugh, that sucks. Don't have the gold to finish that right now. That's pretty bad for me, actually. I would have loved to have that on that recall. Probably should have just forced up the one plate here to get enough gold for it. Okay. Currently my ult's on cooldown, so we're just gonna chill and clear my camps for a bit. I've put in a lot of work already. My KDA might not represent as much work as I've put in, but there's quite a good favor thing for me in this early game. Forcing a bunch of flashes and all that as well, you know. Doesn't always have to be a kill, but as you can see, I'm clearly gaining serious tempo on farm right now, which is very good. I'm just gonna be ulting bot lane right away. Just gonna go get a kill there. Dudes, why would you do that to me, man? Why? Really, man? He actually ruined the entire play because... I even tried to spell shield Bard ultimate and I can't actually spell shield my own teammate's ability. That's crazy. He literally killed me there. Like, I would have been able to kill the Vayne. All I had to do was just get a fear on her. Lethal tempo kicks in, I kill him. Like, that's quite literally that. Oh my god. It's literally that simple. That Bard literally killed me. That's actually extremely depressing. Damn. It was just decided instantly. The second he pressed ult, I died. That one's out of my control, so I guess we can't be too unhappy about it.
An enemy has been slain.
I got my blade finished now. It's good. I have my ult up in 5 seconds. I'm definitely gonna finish Dragon first, though. Eve is still top lane. Interesting. Yeah, I figured her blue would be up. Good. Take her blue, take her Gromp, take whatever I can. Place this here, actually. I highly doubt Evild would be up, so if she does show here, she should probably be dead instantly. Technically, I could know I'm here because of the path that I placed down. I don't really want to dive this, I'm being real. Also don't want to go in on this because the enemy gonna collapse faster. I don't have a rumble in mid lane at the moment. I don't know. I do have my ult, so if they do make an engage on bot, it could be good. But the Silas was missing there, so I don't want to walk up or do anything proactive there without rumble being potential there for backup. I just have to keep clearing my camps for now. Keep taking whatever I can. Oh god. That's a 1-for-1, I guess. That's the best I was gonna get there, probably. If he gets the stun here, she's dead. Very good. That was a good Bard ultimate. Nice. That was what I was hoping he would do. She has no ult there anymore, so she easily dies, of course. And now we deny her as much farm as possible. I'm pretty sure a red should be here. So I can quickly yoink this as well. Yep, perfect. I'm gaining tons of farm tempo on him. Eve is still dead, so I can afford to go for this camp here as well. Wonder if he knows. Maybe that was actually a waste of my sweeping trinket, so I now don't know where the rooms are. I walk into those rooms very easily. I think I'm fine. Nothing there. Build's not up for another 23. Dude, I'm gaining so much tempo on this guy, on this Eve. It's actually crazy. Eve is right here. Dude, I almost died to that. Holy moly. Finish off this Herald real quick so it doesn't get a bounce. Oof. The darkness there, kind of annoying. Could have ended badly for me. Not in range, sadly. Oh, it also doesn't kill. That's very good. The Rumble actually survived that. Please don't be greedy. No.
Has destroyed a turret. Killing spree.
Her regeneration on the thing is way too crazy. Like, she is practically 3/4 HP. Okay, I need to recall here because I have enough for the Kraken. Oh, I don't. I don't need to recall then. There, that's what I mean. She's practically full HP. My bot lane... Okay, they did kill her, so I guess it's fine. But it was a risky situation. Because walking up there, I really don't think I could have responded to that one unless I walked down a lot faster. I mean, I've done a lot of work. Like, I'm basically putting this Evelyn out of a job here. The XP advantage I'm creating for myself because I'm just like taxing her for every single mistake she makes. Like from the early game stages onwards, right? Like when she decided to go for like an early play, early gank, that's instantly when she was in deep trouble. I should honestly be like level 13, level 14 about now, based on what usually should be the case. But because the XP thing, that's not the case, you know, kind of sucks. Still like well off, but could have been much better. At this stage in the game, when you get to like just past the laning phase, you want to look for single target people that are just slightly out of position as often as you can. So right here, this Vayne, for example, would be something I could look for, or the Azir there. That's what the stuff I just want to look for this as quick as possible, and I want them to be by themselves as ideally as. Oh, let me just quickly see if I can do something here. Should a spell shield there, and then we dragon here. I don't want to ult in on this because my Caitlyn is kind of trolling. She walked back to mid lane there, which you can't do. Or not in that situation, she really wasn't allowed to do that. Because if she doesn't, then I can like try to force pressure this a little bit harder, but because she walked away and we would be 2v3 in that angle, I can't actually do that. So I'm just gonna have to like let her live, essentially. Alright, fine. I'll trade my ultimate for a blue buff. That's not a big deal. It's not that long of a cooldown anyway. Also get Evelyn ultimate out of it as well, so not good for her. Zero's like right here somewhere. There he is. Spell shield. The only thing it can do against me there is ult, so I just spell shield that. There we go. Interesting. She's not going to make an opening on me here. That's not going to happen. There it is. Need to make sure I block that one. I would hope that they don't grief this now. Appreciate it. Oh my god, they are griefing it. Let me just... I don't have my ult right now, so this is definitely not the fight I want to be taking. Team? I'm not doing this, I'm just gonna go for the camps here. My ult's gonna be up in 2 seconds if I have to fight. Like, if I have no choice to fight, then I guess I will, but... With my ult on cooldown, forcing a fight there past the inhibitor is just not what I want to see. just reset, man. Just let yourself spend the gold. What are we pushing for? Legit, like, trolling on the ARAM here. I don't understand. Like, there is not even an inhibitor to get on mid lane right now. There's no reason ever to still be fighting here. Dude. We gain nothing by ARAMing that, by the way. Like, the only reason the enemy team is dying here, and this is, like, kind of looking like a play, is because they're trolling, right? Like, they're kind of just running it into my team a little bit, but my team, like, the risk of them dying is so high in that play, and they could just back and have no risk at all. Because right there, this is the problem. That's a 600 gold shutdown right there. That's instantly 600 gold for the enemy team. If Vayne kills Cho'Gath here, that's 800 gold for Vayne, etc, etc. In this situation, I can afford to go for the Ravenous. The enemy team is straight very, very squishy, so I don't need the Cleaver. So this is like the replacement slot for the build, where you can opt to go for the Ravenous, and I will. So it's going to be Ravenous, and then the last two items are going to be tank items. So against this team, I'm definitely going Force of Nature. It's going to be a great item to get. And then another item, I'm not sure yet, to be honest. I'm thinking potentially I should just go for the, like, I should switch these boots for steel caps and then just go for magic resist on top of it. So I'm maybe going for like a Spirit Visage or a Maw or something. Because, I mean, they're mostly magic damage, right? The Vayne is the only physical damage on their team. So if I can just, like, use my steel caps for that, because armor isn't necessarily effective against the Vayne anyway because of her true damage. So, you know, it is fine not to stack it or not to get an armor item just to deal with Vayne, because it doesn't do anything. Can we just Baron? Why? Oh my god. I think it's trolling. I don't understand why Baron isn't just top priority. Like, look at them walking past. Good. Nice Baron. Okay. Ideally, the one that is the furthest out of position is the one I go for. Let's say someone goes to far mid here. That's the one I kill. I don't want to dive into 5 people. Good. We have a dragon coming up in like 48. It's my priority. I know Evil's on cooldown, so I can definitely kill this guy. Yep. Good kill. All I needed, really. That turret shot hurt. Holy moly. I cannot disrespect Teemo, actually. I'm gonna just recall here on the spot, and then we'll play for the dragon. Right, cool. Got the Ravenous here. We can start stacking that. This soul is definitely my priority right now. My team wants to like randomly push, like they are kings at ARAMing, so they can definitely go for that if they want. My priority will be this dragon. Suppose the Evelyn could be around here and try to take it from me. I do a lot of damage here. I just hope that the Eve isn't going to be around, because Eve can definitely outsmite me with her ult if it comes down to it. I am not... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just... He wanted the ult stack off that, and then he tells me to hang myself. That's cool. I'm absolutely not going to wait for him to get in range for the ult. That's never going to happen, because the second I do that is the second I give Evelyn a chance to take it from me. That would be a bad call. I'm going to go for this guy because he's out of position. Make sure to block that so I don't get CC'd, and then he's just dead. Anybody... Sorry. Anybody that walks slightly out of position there is the one you go for first. That's Nocturne. You don't ever dive into the enemy team. Again, here, Force of Nature, and then you could pick an armor item potentially, but I don't think I need it, so I'm gonna go Force of Nature. Switch my boots to steel caps, because that's like still kind of good, you know. And then I will pick up a Spirit Visage, probably, honestly. More sustain with this build. Spirit Visage increased healing with this lifesteal on Omnivamp is gonna be great. And a double magic resist is good against this team, but you can also go like Frozen Heart or an armor item, Thorn Mail, anything works really. random ones if you need it for crit. But yeah, that's it for Nocturne. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like button below. Helps me out quite a bit. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright, so for the endgame stats here as well, I ended up doing 16.7k damage, which is very good. Like, obviously you have to take into account that none of my damage here is lane/poke damage. So for the earlier stages of the game, this is just all damage to champions for kill pressure. Whereas like Rumble, especially with like Leandries and stuff, obviously got like probably a solid 6,000 damage just trading with Sylas in lane. Caitlyn as well with like poke damage from auto attacks. So I relatively have the highest damage output in those team fights for the most part because of that. But obviously like being on par with like Rumble and Caitlyn definitely isn't bad in the first place. But yeah, just as a perspective thing, really. Teemo, I mean, high damage, very expected, obviously. Like Leandries with shrooms and stuff do a lot of damage. So all the Leandries champions end up being very, very high damage charts at the end. True damage at 1700. This obviously scales up massively with like more fights, more Kraken Slayer procs, really. So yeah. Objective damage at 54k. I had Dragon Control for the most part. I was able to put down a lot of pressure on the Evelynn because I outfarmed her tremendously, as you saw. I guess I could just look at the stats again, right? I had graphs. Wait, here you go. I had can't see my CS. They changed this or something. The hell is going on? I was like 100 farm up on her or something along those lines. We have damage taken, the most at 30.2k, pretty solid. Healing done at 6.4. Didn't really get a chance to heal too much, obviously, because I didn't take too much, like, sustainable damage, I guess. 6.4 is still not bad, though. Self-mitigated damage at 18.3. Gold earned at, by far the most, at 13.4. And can I see any minions killed? I guess the best way to look is neutral monsters killed, right? 199 to 77. Like, I was able to pressure her from a very early stage because she made one slight error trying to go for a gank early on, which instantly cost her a ton of camps, a ton of pressure in her jungle, and any type of fight potential against me right away as well. So yeah, 122 lead, and this is massive. And for the runes, lethal tempo, not the biggest uptime in this game specifically. But, I mean, that makes sense, right? Last Stand here as well, not the most relevant rune, but this can obviously be very relevant as a rune. And then, yeah, Ultimate Hunter for the ultimate cooldown, really. That is all. Yeah, goodbye.